There's a tool that writes 70% of the code at Anthropic now. Not for demos, not for benchmarks, for actual production code shipped by actual engineers every single day. It turned a research lab into a shipping company. And if you're still copy-pasting code between ChatGPT and your IDE, you're already behind. The old way, ask AI a question, copy the answer, paste it in your editor, pray it works. The new way, describe what you want in plain English and watch it happen. Claude Code, Anthropic's terminal-based AI coding agent, not a chatbot, not a code completion plugin, a full autonomous agent that lives in your terminal and writes code directly into your project. It reads your code base, understands your architecture, makes changes across multiple files, runs tests, and iterates until the job is done, all from a single prompt. AI coding tools have been around since GitHub Copilot launched in 2021, but they were autocomplete on steroids. You still drove. ChatGPT gave you a chat interface. Better, but you're still copy-pasting. Cursor integrated AI into the editor. Closer, but it's still fundamentally a helper. Claude Code flipped the model. You describe the destination, the agent drives. It's not suggesting code, it's writing it, testing it, and fixing it. You're the reviewer, not the typist. Built by Anthropic, the company behind Claude. Founded by former OpenAI researchers. They've raised over $10 billion, and Claude Code is their bet that the terminal, not the IDE, is where coding happens next. You open a terminal, type Claude, and describe what you want in plain English. The agent enters a loop. First, it reads your codebase, package.json, source files, tests, configs. Then it plans the changes. Then it writes code across multiple files simultaneously. Then it runs your tests. If they fail, it reads the error, fixes the code, and tries again. It loops until everything passes. This is the key difference. A chatbot gives you one code block. Claude Code modifies 12 files in one go. It understands that changing a database schema means updating the migration, the model, the API handler, and the front-end component. It has access to your actual tools. Bash commands, file system, grep, git. It's not guessing what your project looks like. It's reading it. Safety is built in. By default, it asks permission before every action. You can approve once, approve for the session, or deny. Power users can enable auto-approve for trusted operations. Claude Code supports multiple models. Sonnet for fast, everyday coding. Opus for complex architecture decisions. Haiku for quick edits. You pick based on the task. At Anthropic internally, Claude Code writes 70% of all code. Not in experiments, in production. That number came from their own engineering team. Pricing is pay per token, just like the API. Sonnet costs about $3 per million input tokens, 15 per million output. A typical coding session runs 50 to 200 cents. Complex refactors can hit $1 or $2. Versus Cursor, Claude Code is deeper. It runs in your actual terminal with full system access. Versus GitHub Copilot, it's a different category entirely. Copilot completes lines. Claude Code completes features. On standardized coding benchmarks, Claude with Claude Code solved tasks in minutes that took human engineers hours. Not because it's smarter, because it doesn't context switch, doesn't take breaks, and doesn't forget what it was doing. This changes the job description. Senior engineers become architects and reviewers. Junior engineers get a force multiplier that would have been unthinkable 2 years ago. The gap between a mediocre developer and a great one narrows. If Claude Code can write production-quality code from a description, the bottleneck shifts from typing speed to problem decomposition. There are already open-source alternatives. OpenCode, Aider, Goose. The terminal agent pattern is here to stay. Claude Code just proved the model works. Honest take. Claude Code is the most productive coding tool I've seen. It's not perfect. It sometimes misunderstands intent, makes unnecessary changes, or gets stuck in loops. But the trajectory is clear. The real question isn't whether AI agents will write most of our code. It's whether we'll be good enough at describing what we want. Prompt engineering for code is the new programming. If you want to see where AI development tools are headed, subscribe. We're just getting started. See you in the next one.